What's going on, everybody? We are live. Look at those smiles. Come on the camera. So quick. I had a couple of requests from some people in LY Blaster to help with negotiating. And in that group, I basically wear kid gloves. I cannot really talk about negotiating in there, but if we take it offline, if we not offline, but we take it to a different thing like this, like YouTube, then we can do it. So, where is JoJo?
I'm just texting.
Okay. Cool. Okay. All right. So, Aunt Cindy, tell us
Yes.
about your deals. Tell us about what you got going on.
So I've got uh an investor that he has, I think, so I'm looking at the message I got.
Okay.
They said monthly payment like, oh wait, this one. They said to me, yes, I showed a calculator showing what, the payments I wanted, the terms I wanted. And I wanted 0%. I wanted to get my payment down to where at least, the rent in that area, my payment would cover the rent in that area.
For sure.
So they said, no, well, so the seller, she does have a hard money loan out on the property right now and will be willing to refinance it into a mortgage and seller finance the deal. However, if we did a 30-year term, the interest rate would have to be around 8%. We
Okay.
could potentially lower the interest rate or keep it at 0 with the short balloon, because I had it at 0.
I get it now because she's gonna have to go convert to a long-term loan, and that's not gonna be 0%. Right? If she's gonna go get a long-term loan, it's gonna be whatever the rate is, like 6% or 7%, whatever she gets.
Right.
So since they have a hard money loan, I would just say, hey, go. I don't even know if it'll work, Cindy. It'll be like if she goes and gets a loan at whatever 7% right now, will it still cash flow? I'm
Right. Is she
probably
going to have to get today's current rates?
yes.
Yeah. So Myron, it almost is not a seller finance deal.
Well, you can seller finance anything. You can seller finance a house you have a mortgage on.
Right. It's not even a seller finance deal anymore. If she has to go get a mortgage,
She can still sell it to be technical. She can seller finance it to you, but it's frowned upon. So this to me, I don't know the numbers, but I would say, hey, I don't think this is going to work because by the time at 7, whatever she's going to have to go get, if she's lucky, she gets like a 5 right now.
right.
What are the rates?
Yeah.
Six and
it's
a
the best
quarter.
rate.
6. So if she went and got a 6.25 interest rate, would that still cash flow?
No.
Okay, then hey, this one won't work for me.
Right, because remember on the seller finance deals, we're asking 5% more.
You're offering
We're asking more than the seller price though.
Yeah, you're
right?
offering
We're
more.
offering more, so it's not.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, and that's kind of the
Yeah,
hey, I'll offer at this price, but I need it at my I need my terms.
right. Exactly. So I don't think this is going to work to do that
Not that
because
one. What
she's
else you
going to
got
go.
going?
I have another one where they're saying. Hang on, let me get the other one that I had. I've got one where the agent. I think I told you this, Myron. The agent is telling me to use the CAR form, which is the
Okay, yeah.
California real which is agreement. And that one is a deal where I'm going to do sub two. He has about $280,000 of equity in there, and he's trying to sell it for 440. So I sent a LOI out for 440. I would take over a payment of 1,088 a month. It rents for about 1,900 a month, regular renting, in a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. It says on there that you could do a 4-bedroom. You could, if possible, a 4-bedroom. And then I was talking to another person, and they said you could possibly, change the living room into another one and make it into a co-living space and make about, I could rent each room out for $1,000 a month. So that would be 5,000 total that I would bring in, and over
Nice.
a loan payment of a 1088, 1,088. So that
Awesome.
one would be nice.
Yeah. Okay. I basically on that one, I have to come up with the California contract with the seller finance addendum. Is that right?
Yeah. She said I don't operate on those contracts. Could you please put it, on the CAR contract and show me my commission? So yeah, that's what I need to do with that one.
Okay. Uh, 1 second. Here we go. Oh, I'm texting somebody really. Car and seller finance. Okay, I text somebody for that.
Okay, thank you. I
Cool.
had one more deal where they're just coming back with, they see the LOI and they say, okay, well, give me some terms, give me a payment amount. So how do I respond to that? Do I stay with this, kind of like how Pace says it, go with and this is a response to a seller finance
Yeah,
LOI.
I would.
So do
I
I
would get.
just do what Pace does?
Yeah, get him on the phone. I've had quite a few leads that said they were interested in hearing what the terms were, but come to find out that they were just they just were kicking tires, right? They just want to see what it looked like.
Yes.
So I would get them on the phone and just say, hey, I can write this. I can come up with an offer. It's going to take me some time. Give me a little bit of time to do some underwriting. But do you really think this would make sense for them? And just listen to what the agent says. It's like a whole culmination of things. Like, has it been on market for a while? Have they listed, unlisted, listed, unlisted? Like, what are some of the details? And does it need work? I don't know. Like, what are some, like, if it's been a rental for a landlord for a while, they're more comfortable than to take payments. Okay. So my suggestion is to call the agent and say, hey, I can do that. I can write up an offer and get everything put together. I just want to make sure before I go through all that this is really, it can be something that would fit for them. Do they need a big down payment? Do you know anything about their situation? Because my offer was 3% down or whatever it was. But just call them up and verify that it will work. And then if you need help underwriting a deal, don't be afraid to send that to me. I can help you out, or whoever your team is.
Okay, I'll send you the deal to underwrite it, and I'm going to call the agent and just say to them, I'm going to give them some. I said to feel out the situation before I send before I say a payment amount, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Find out if I need to have some money down. Find out if it needs to be fixed up, and find out if it's been on the market, off the market, on and off. How do you ask them that? How do you? Do you just say, "Hey, has this been on the market a few times?"
That's a good question. What I look it up on PropStream is really what I do. But when you look it up on Zillow, it might say.
You're right. It does.
Okay. I would just look there, just kind of see. And I don't even know if I'd really mention it. It would be more like a gauge, like, okay, I've seen this thing go on and off market. This is probably why they'd be interested in doing seller finance. I would be more interested, like, are they still living there? Is it vacant? How soon do they want to close? I'm looking at the photos. It looks like it needs some work, or it looks like I can just move right into it.
It was a move right into it.
Oh, sweet. Do they allow rentals there? Is there an HOA?
Yeah, no HOA. And it looked like they had staged it, and they've had it staged for a while.
Oh, so they have. What you said is vacant?
Yes.
Okay, so it's vacant. Is there a payment on it? Is there a mortgage on it at all?
I can't remember on that one. I think not.
There you go.
Think not.
So that'd be another question. Just like, hey, do you know if they're making payments on it? That must be kind of rough. It's been vacant for X amount of months, and they're paying for staging. What if I can make an offer to take over that payment, and whatever equity they have, I can make payments on that equity, and I can write something up like that, and just see what she says.
Okay. Okay. And the other one, Myron, is an attorney. He said to me, hey, the attorney is interested in what you have. This is a big one. It's a 7-bedroom, 5-bath, about $800,000 over in Indianapolis.
Where is it?
Indianapolis.
Oh, okay. And you said a lawyer owns it?
Yeah. She said the seller is asking that you give the terms. Tell us what your terms are and payments, what you're offering. And just keep in mind that you're talking to an attorney. And I know what that means, because attorneys are super cautious with this stuff.
Yeah, I mean, that's easy. So, I'll put it on a Indianapolis or Indiana contract. We'll use the state forms. That's no problem. And if let's say I miss 2 payments, you just get the house back. How's that sound?
Okay. Yeah, I can do that. And I said that.
I can write that into a clause or an addendum or something. That's no problem.
Okay.
And however you want to put a late charge on there. If I'm 15 days late, you charge me $50, or we can do all that stuff.
Okay.
But the cool thing is, like, every state you go to has a seller financing contract, like a state contract, a seller financing state addendum or contract or something like that. So this isn't anything out of the ordinary that you're offering. So an
Okay.
attorney can totally look at it, and it's a state form.
Right. Right. Okay. I just didn't have the forms or anything for these states, and I just had the one online, and it's sort of hard to use because every time you write something in, it moves all the words around on the whole. You know what I'm talking about?
I do.
So it makes it look really funky and like I'm an amateur when I'm using it. So unless I
Yeah.
print it out and write it and then scan it, and so.
No, that's annoying. So, yeah, we can do two things. Like, so for California, we can get a state form. Indiana, we could try to use the PACE contract, like a seller finance contract, but we can also just get a state form. Let me write that down.
Okay, and on that one, the Indiana one, am I just going to send over that form? I just need to send the offer tomorrow, right? Write it up on that form. Do you want to send me the form and I can fill it out, and then you can write that clause in there?
I would actually hold off on sending a contract just yet. I would underwrite it and make sure it's a deal.
Okay. So
underwrite it and then make that offer. And then once you agree.
Do you have an underwriting tool, Myron?
I do. Let me come up with something that I can send to you. I have something that I sell, but I'm not gonna sit here and sell you stuff. But I have something I can find. But are you really an underwriter, Cindy? How are you gonna underwrite? No, then why are you asking me?
I just have used the analyzers before, and I just plug in the numbers in the analyzers.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Sub2 is a little different because there's like a lot of moving parts. I can find you something, but really, you just need someone else to do it for you.
I don't mind. I don't mind paying someone else.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So I will. Is Ajita still on here?
She is.
Oh, here we go. Got her. Now she's back. We got you now.
I had to jump in through the laptop because it's just completely lost.
Okay, no problem. Okay, Cindy. So I have a couple things here that I'm going to try to get for you: the California contract, the Indiana contract, and we'll just work through what all that looks like.
Okay.
Cool.
All right.
So I just send me some emails or something.
Yeah, I'll send you the emails on the information that we've talked about today.
Love it.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks, Cindy.
Good luck. You can do it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You got it. You got it.
All right, Ajita.
Okay, so are we going to call the agent?
Do you want to?
We can. I thought I'd call tomorrow, but we could call her and see. Let's see. Probably have to have you call, right? So that it's Valerie Williams.
Jojo, are you calling or am I calling?
Well, I like to see the master doing it for the first time. That I can do next.
Let me give you the address first, so you can pull it up, right?
Okay.
It's 520 Holy Street, Holly. Oh, hold on. Holy Street, Northwest, Atlanta. So our option one was 453,097.
Okay.
$13,592.91 cash to seller.
Hold on, not ready yet. Sorry.
How much?
$13,592.91 to cash to seller.
30,000?
No, 13,000. Sorry.
Or 13. Okay, that's not They're listed at 429.
Yes, and then the purchase what we option one we purchase our option that we offered was 453,097. So he wants to go with option one.
Perfect. Okay, so we're gonna offer 453.
97.
And the agent is gonna get like 11,000.
Okay.
You're gonna give the seller 13. You're gonna give the agent like 2.5%, right?
Yes.
Something like that. Okay. So let's put this in. Do you know the square footage of this house?
Oh, I put it up. Let me pull it up again. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good.
13,000 looks way bigger than 13,000 or 1,300. Sorry. Maybe not. Okay. So
Oh, it's not giving the square footage, it's just giving the size on, I mean, just a 5-bedroom, 3-bath. It's maybe in the home, it's not showing me the square footage. Go back to seller and realtor.
okay, so I'm just putting some writing together. It looks like the taxes are about $1,000 a month. The rent that I have out there is $2,500. So I'm going to need this way cheaper. Oh, that's my fault. Sorry, I was doing something wrong.
When I spoke to her today, she said she would really like me to go and see the house. And I said, okay. Every agent that I talk to wants me to go and see the house.
How are you going to do that? There's a service that I use that you can just hire them to go take photos for you. It costs like $100 though. But okay, so for this one, the rent in the area looks to be about $2,500. Let me see what option says. Yeah, $2,600. And so the taxes that I saw was under $1,000 a month. So with what I would want to do is make a payment around $1,100 a month. Yes. Hold on, someone's knocking at my door. Yes. Hi. Good job. I'm on YouTube right now. Okay. Okay, I think I'm gonna make a phone call to this agent, okay?
Okay.
Hey Siri, what time is it in Atlanta?
It's 8:48.
Do you want to text her real quick and ask her if it's okay to talk? Or I could just email her this offer.
Let's see. I'll text her.
Yeah, just text her like, hey, can my partner call you really fast? Cool. Jojo, Vittorio, y'all got called out on the Zoom today like 5 times. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Like, every time I turned around, they're like, "Thank you, Jojo. Thank you, Vittorio."
It's all started from you. You helped us, so we do the same thing, right? It's our
Yeah.
culture.
Yes. And you saw like how much impact it brings, and you just started doing the same thing. Man, I really appreciate it. It means more than you know to have y'all do stuff like that.
We just talked about it, right, Agita?
Yes. Yes.
Minor is a type of guy who, would be happier if Agita or we close a deal than he does. So,
Heck yeah.
yeah.
I would be so happy. I was like, oh my God, this guy just came to the time that when I needed the motivation, I needed some uplifting. I was really very low. Like, it was just like, how do I do this? I didn't sleep all night yesterday when I came last night, and I don't know how I've been up. I didn't have lunch. I've been on one Zoom after the other all day.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, 5 o'clock I made my lunch
Dinner
at
time.
5 o'clock. I just had maybe half a mango while I was on the Zoom calls all day.
Mango is good.
Yeah. Thank you. Oh, she said sure. We can call.
Perfect. Sign. You can do this.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. I'm gonna turn it all down, so I'm not gonna hear you talk. Okay. Thank you.
Hello.
Hey, this is Myron.
How are you?
Hey, I'm doing good. I just talked to Agita about this house on Holly Street.
Sure.
Do you have a moment?
I do.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. She sent over an offer for a seller carry on it,
She did.
and I have a couple questions. Is this your property or your client's property?
My client's property.
Okay, and so they're not afraid to take payments on it.
They're not afraid.
Okay, what do you think they're looking for? Do you know?
I am not sure. So when we got the original offer, I did forward it over to my client to see if they were at all interested in the seller financing. She got back with me and said that she could be interested depending on the terms. So I left a message last week. Finally got in touch with her today, today, and actually the same thing. What are the terms? My client just wants to know what the terms are that you all are proposing.
Okay.
And I can take that back to her, and then she and her husband can make a decision.
Okay, that's no problem. I did some quick underwriting, and do you think I can get something like $2,000 a month on rent out there on that house?
Definitely.
Okay, do you think I go to 25?
Definitely.
Okay.
It's 5 bedrooms, 3 full baths.
Yeah.
In that area, definitely.
Did they fix this up?
Yeah, they did. They did a complete top to bottom renovation. Everything was changed out except for the roof because the roof is only 3 years old.
Yeah, it looks fine.
Yeah. They completely renovated.
Do they have a hard money loan or anything, any kind of loan on it?
I don't think so before.
Okay.
But I'm not sure. But I'm gonna say I think they paid that off.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Is this the only property they're trying to sell?
Right Right now it is. We bought a few more. Maybe we have 4 more that we purchased, but they're in the process of renovating those.
Okay, got it. So you help them. You're helping them. You're their agent. Awesome.
I am.
Got it. That's awesome. Okay. Well, let me just. I don't think I have any other questions.
Okay.
We're so. We have a asset in Atlanta. It's a multifamily, and so we're looking for some single family out there to just kind of bring some more income in.
Okay.
And but I'm based in Texas, and we have some properties out here in Texas, and we're working
Hard to take this.
Dallas.
Okay. 6 years.
Oh,
I
yeah.
Hurricane Henri came through in 2017. That's when I was back for that. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, we have one property. There's this little town up, Conroe by chance?
Absolutely.
Okay, there's a little town to the west called Montgomery. It's pretty. We have one property there. That's all I have in Houston, and we have we have a couple properties kind of all over the U.S. now. The southern states is really what we pay attention to. But anyways, yeah, I can come up with an offer. So I'll send this over, and then if you all want to come back and negotiate, just let me know. But I'm gonna get pretty close to where I need to be. Okay.
Okay.
And if it's a no, that's okay. But if you have anything else that comes around that the sellers would be interested in doing seller finance, we're more than willing to start working with you.
Okay, that sounds good. I definitely I'll lock your number in, and I also have Anita's number.
Perfect.
So I'll lock you in the event that I run across anything. But let's see if we can make a deal on this one.
Yeah. Do you ever run across smaller multifamily by chance?
I see them on the market all the time, but I haven't had any clients that were interested in any. But I do see them all the time
Okay.
in MLS.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. If you come across those, put that in the notes or something for me that we're interested in smaller multifamily, like around the 30 to 40 unit or under. Okay. Well, let me send you this. Let me send you a little breakdown of what our offer looks like, and then we can just go from there. We can touch base tomorrow. I know it's late.
Okay, that sounds good. I'll be looking forward to receiving it.
Okay. Thank you.
You're so welcome, Myra.
Bye-bye.
Wow. Smooth.
What was smooth about that? What'd you like?
You are very subtle, like how about sorry. So they are not afraid of forgetting payments, right? That kind of like you are talking about payments how you make. I don't know how to explain it.
That Ajiza, that was like a softball throw. Like that was, she didn't really. She's like, yeah, just tell me what's the offer. I talked to them; they're interested. Like this is a good deal if we can make it a good deal. I just want to go through some little, I don't want any gotchas. Like, oh, by the way, they have a hard money loan, right? Or by the way, they want half down, right? Like, there wasn't really any gotchas. We'll just have to see what they say. Right? Sometimes people get the paper in their hand and they go, okay, let's really think about this. So, yeah. Hold on. You're going to have to come back off mute.
I put myself on mute while you were on the call. Sorry. So because when I had spoken to her earlier and I said this has been on the market for a while, so we couldn't really get into detailed conversation because her phone was really cutting off. And she said, yeah. And I said, would you mind explaining to me why it wasn't sold, why it's been on the market for so long? So she said the seller was not able to get the price he wanted. and that's why he was holding off on people coming and seeing the house. But now the offer is above the asking price.
Yep.
So that's what I see the advantages.
Yep. Seller finance is about gain,
Yeah.
Okay.
right? And so when people are stuck on a price, oh well, I can give them a price. I just need those terms, right? So you kind of you did all the hard work. You basically found one that was interested. She said, I went to them and they said, yeah, it just depends what it would look like. So one thing, like when we make this offer, I'm working with me is going to be a little different because I don't make the best offers. I actually probably make really bad offers for them. And the reason why is because I want to go a little bit lower. I want to go all in my favor as much as I can and then work from there. Because if you make an offer and they say, okay, that sounds good, that means you offered too high. If they accept your first offer, you are leaving money on the table. You know what I mean?
Right, because the offer came from me, so you are the next person, so you can probably lowball it and go, okay, I'll go up from here, right? This is what
I'll know what our break even is.
Okay.
And
makes sense.
I played pretty hard. So like for instance, we did a Tucson deal not too long ago, and they were really trying to get me on the agent commission. He's like, well, you know, she was supposed to pay me 5%. And I'm like, hey, if I go any higher, then it just won't make sense. But I had probably another $300 a month to go up, but I didn't want to give it, right? So what I learned over the last year is like a lot of deals that I got didn't close. I could get the deal. Like you can literally go send 400 LOIs this week and lock up a lot of deals with bad terms, right? You can lock up a lot of bad deals that don't make sense for anybody. Just get the contract, but you won't get paid. You're going to be wasting your time. So the goal is really to get contracts, but contracts that people want. Like if you would do the deal, you should do it. Like if you look at this deal and go, oh man, this thing makes $1,000 a month, then you know that if it's a deal that you would do, that you would buy yourself, then you should probably lock it up. If you're trying to make something work, like, you know what, let's try. That's probably not a good deal. Let's see. Let's put them under contract and let's see. I've done that quite a bit, and I never had a success. I didn't have success, right? You might get lucky and make something happen, but the coolest thing about what you're doing on seller finance is we're able to create those terms, right? It's not when you do something creative like a subject to, you're stuck. Like if they have a 6% interest rate, or like with Aunt Cindy's, like they're gonna have to go get a loan. That you're stuck with what they get approved for. There's no adjustment. So seller finance is a lot more fun. Like I underwrote it. If we can make $1,200 a month work, sending them $1,200 a month will cash flow after a war chest $600. Basically, it's going to cash flow $1,100 a month if they accept the offer.
Oh, yeah.
That's a very good deal.
It is.
Yeah, I know plenty of people who would buy this deal. Like.
Oh yeah. When she told me and she said, Ajita, just go look at the property. She said, just look at it first. I said, can you go and look at it? She said, you'll love it. So I already knew. I said, oh, maybe there is more to it. Like, you're going to look at it. She tried to explain everything to me about 5 bedroom. And I was like, oh, that'll probably be a good pet split, right?
Yeah. A pet split. So, yeah, what I think I'll put this together. And yeah, we'll just go from there.
I
What
have
else?
another one. Yeah, I have another one for you. I was on the phone during the previous call with the agent.
Yeah.
They counter our owner financing offer.
Okay.
So the only thing that caught up my eyes, they want 7.5% interest rate on their money. Cash flow is $300, but PITI, the PITI that the one is 2,300. I sent you also the details on via email.
You sent me an
PITI
email.
is, yeah,
Okay. Got
with
it.
their counter. I believe there's still room to negotiate, but yeah, $300,000 around its purchase price. They want 20,000 down, but we send an offer for $9,000 down. They want 20, and PITI that they want it's 2,300, and the property is rented out for 26 till March of 2025. There's no HOA. The only maybe upside down that I can see is that it's a mobile home instead of a single family, so the appreciation won't be that good. And yeah, 10 years balloon, which is can work.
Okay. Whose interest rate is that? Is it their interest rate or is
Yeah,
it a
no. They just give us what they want as a counter from
Okay.
our offer.
Don't like. There's no way I'm gonna do that much interest on a 10-year balloon. Do you understand why?
Yeah, I can see why. Yeah,
Uh,
7.5, especially 7.5 interest.
Do they have a loan on it? Sorry, did I ask that?
So they will pay off the loan, I believe, with the down payment.
Oh, okay. So there's like a small loan.
Yeah.
If I pull this up, so what I'm gonna do is pull it up on realtor.com. Is it a mobile home?
Yeah.
Got it.
It's rented for 2,600 till
Okay.
March.
What's your PITI gonna be?
They're saying 2,300.
Got it.
But they're paying 2,600, utilities included.
Why does it say unit A? Is there more than one unit?
That's a good question that I didn't ask because the property was off market and she catch me off guard. I didn't have the property. I didn't pull up the property.
Yeah. I got it in PropStream. It looks like whatever it is. There's no loan as far as I can see. It might be this one.
So if you check my email, the part in black, it's our terms, and the part in blues are the one that they counter us.
Got it. Oh, the blue is their counter, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. I would go back like, hey, the 10-year, so either I can do that 7.5. Actually, I wouldn't even do 7.5, dude. Like, it doesn't make sense to do that. I can do 4% interest or I can do 3% interest, but we wouldn't have balloon. Like, so if you want a balloon, it has basically I can make those payments to you, but there'd be no interest. If you want a balloon, I'm sorry, balloon, no interest, or interest, no balloon.
Nobody.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, makes sense.
So I can give you interest, but the balloon goes away
Mhm.
because at the 10-year mark, I don't know if this is going to have any equity. When I look this up I'm actually not seeing it on. Normally, realtor.com will give me like estimate values. What is your equity? Ah. Let's see. The price. What's the price? 300. So in the last year, it really hasn't gone up in value. And what does the T side look like? So they remodeled this thing. It looks
Yeah,
really good.
as for condition is almost perfect, I would say. Yeah.
Hey, girl. Hey, you. Yeah. You stay over there. We're running late now. There's all three of us running late.
Oh, good. I'm not the only one.
I'm just gonna look up AirDNA real fast to see if it'll make any money on Airbnb.
Mhm.
But that one's. Oops. It doesn't really make any money as an Airbnb. Okay. I'll be there in about 2 weeks, a week and a half. Yeah, on the 22nd. I'm gonna fly out to Albuquerque I can check it out.
Okay. So what
I'll
do
have
you
to
actually do?
I'll have to sit here and underwrite it, but I would say, so do you like, we can't do a balloon and interest. Which one do you want? Which one do you, like, it just won't work. So I can do, some interest. I can't agree to 7.5, probably the 3% range, but we wouldn't have balloon on it. I just couldn't do a balloon on it. If you want a balloon, if that's more, like, find out what's more important to them, the balloon or the interest, or is the payment the most interest? Like, what's the most important thing? Well, hey, I want $1,500 a month, whatever it is.
Okay.
Would they rather have interest? Would they rather have balloon? Would they rather have their payment? And then just hammer on that one thing, and then say, hey, if I give you this, then you give me the no balloon. Let's just make the seesaw even.
Okay. So the no balloon is because we don't know in 10 years how much the property will appreciate. So it doesn't really make sense to get them a balloon, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I just like, I don't know how to say it differently. I saw the terms that you sent over, 7.5% interest at a 10-year balloon. What is the most important thing to them? Is it the balloon? Is it the interest? Is it the payment that they're getting? Is it the down payment? What's like the most important thing? Like what's the deal breaker? And let them basically tell you.
Okay.
You got to ask your mama. So it's less like, hey, this is why. It's more like, let them talk. What is the most important thing to them? And then once you get that, then you just land there. Okay, well, if the most important thing is their payment, then this is how I can do that. If you can. Like, hey, I can do that, but this is what the terms would look like to make this make sense for me.
Okay.
Or the balloon is the most important thing. Okay, that's fine. Well, I need the equity to make sense at that time, because if I get in a deal that doesn't make sense for me at the 10-year mark, it doesn't make sense for both of us. I don't want any, at the 10-year, I want you to text. I want the client to text. I want your seller to text me happy birthday or Merry Christmas for 10 years, not hey, are you going to be good at 10-year mark? Like, I don't want them to be mad at me. So it needs to this is a win-win. It needs to make sense for both of us.
Yeah.
So I think that's the only thing you got to figure out on that one is what is the most important thing? And if it's everything, if they go, well, they need all these things, like, okay, this one won't work.
Okay.
There's no way, like, getting into a deal at 7.5% is more than conventional. It just doesn't make sense for us.
Right.
What's up, Ronald? Cool. I was like, man, we're gonna be on here for like 30 minutes. Nope.
That's awesome. Wow, I learned a lot. Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. So, like, in LY Blaster, I don't want to be talking negotiating, because you can see right here, we just spent a whole hour just going over how to do this stuff, right? And there's so much to learn. There's so much, so much nuance. Like, Vittorio is gonna just talk completely different on the phone than Jojo, right? And so everybody has to kind of find their own voice and how they negotiate. Agita's negotiating is going to be more subtle. It's going to be more soft, and it's almost like ninja tactics, right? She's gonna go, oh, well, that would make sense for me if we did it like this, and just like, whoa, like she's gonna have a different negotiating tactic. And so Don Marie coming on?
Oh,
Maybe she is. I did send the link.
imagine, right? She gets a deal like
I was thinking, why not calling the agent right now? I would just make this phone call live.
You
Yeah.
do it.
Okay.
let's go.
I don't know even what time is it right now in New Mexico, Albuquerque. I don't know.
7 there.
Okay.
Hello?
Hello, Ollie. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, it's me again. It's Vittorio. I wanted just to get back at you real quick about the property and the term that you sent me. So I wanted to ask you real quick, because obviously the 7.5 interest rate doesn't live doesn't leave too much cash flow on our end. So it's $300, but with the utilities, basically we won't cash flow anything. So I just wanted to ask you, what do you think is the most important thing for your client? Is it the interest rate, the balloon, or the payments?
It's the length of the amount of time,
I see.
right? So
I see. So it's the balloon.
a 7-year call would be better than a 10-year call. A 5-year call would be better than a 7-year call.
Okay, I see. So if we can reduce that, can we be closer to our, even closer to no interest rate, to be honest with you, just because I have to make sure. Because with a balloon payment, I do want that the property doesn't appreciate like a do not expect. So it won't makes a lot of sense to us to get at a point. But yeah, my question is, if I can do better than 10 years, can we not have any interest rate? Maybe we can go, yeah. Can we just not put any
You can't
interest rate?
have zero interest. And I would say the bigger down payment that you put down would probably make the biggest impact on the interest rate.
Okay, yeah, because 20 right now we are 20,000. So you're saying that we have to go higher than that?
Well, yeah, I mean that's not even, what is that, 5%?
Yeah, it's a little bit over.
Yeah, it's like 6% down.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you came in with a better down, then that would also impact their interest rate.
Right. So, okay, I will take in consideration the fact, because to be honest with you, if I put an interest rate and the balloon payment at the same time, it doesn't make really sense to us. So it's pretty much a deal breaker for us. But if you're saying that she needs a little bit less than the 10 years, I can see what I can do. I craft an offer and go from there. And also, I will also have my partner out there in Albuquerque on the 22nd of this month. So maybe if we can also schedule something or a walkthrough or our meeting with you guys just to talk over.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, I would say the biggest thing that would impact the interest rate is the amount down. And then the second thing would be doing something less than a 10-year call.
Okay.
I would say the down payment is probably the bigger factor than the length of time.
Okay. Sounds good. I don't want to throw out. Go ahead.
Well, it is a good rental. It's right down the hill from Intel. So Intel is starting a major, massive construction project. So that's the guys that are renting it. They would probably prefer to stay, and that's kind of a premium rent for that area because they're right down the hill from where they're working.
Oh, I see.
The reason I was going to have them move out was so that I could put it on the market and sell it in April. But I know that they would probably prefer to stay.
Right. Okay. So this is your property, or you're also the owner, or you're just the agent? Oh, okay. I see now.
I'm the owner. I have a limited service listing with Joe with Affordable Realty.
Oh, I see now, because I was looking at it and I was wondering because I was seeing a different name on the listing, so I now understand. Now it makes sense. So I have another question.
He's the realtor.
I see here that it's a Unit A. So it's a multiple unit property? So it's a duplex?
No. So back in the day in New Mexico, most agricultural land was maybe 75 feet wide, but really long. So there, the way the agricultural fields were set up.
Oh,
And then when people started building on them, they would build a house behind a house, behind a house, behind a house.
oh, I see.
So so there's two houses in front of it. There's 10031, and then there's 10033, and then this is 10031A. So if somebody cared enough, they could, go to the county and have them get rid of the A. But frankly, I have not concerned myself with it.
Oh yeah, no problem. I was just wondering. No, thank you for the for the explanation. So you're saying that the time is what mattered the most and the down payment. Okay.
I would say the down payment is more than the time. Because the thing is that the down payment would be, I could probably live with a 10-year call if I had a bigger down payment.
Okay.
But we're not going to get to 0% interest because money costs money. That's just the way it is.
Right. No, yeah, I do agree. I do agree with you on that part. So, okay, so the down payment is the bigger things. And if you want to put a number on it, or you already sent me $20,000, but I'm guessing that you want more. What is the perfect number that you want to see?
Well, let's think about this. So we're at 303. I mean, 10 or 15% down, at least $30,000,
Okay.
because the property before and it was ready to go, and the gal's financing fell through, so that's why I rented it out. So I know it would sell quickly. I just didn't, I kind of didn't want to horse around with it after her sale fell through. So,
I see.
yeah, I would say at least 10%.
Okay.
Because I do have to be, somebody could buy it on a real estate contract and abuse it, and then I'd have to do all that remodeling all over again, right? I put in a roof and AC and flooring, and we painted, and
Right. Oh, so,
we
yeah.
did a
See,
lot.
I actually saw the property, the pictures, and you definitely did a great job on it. So,
Thank you.
So when the lease ends for the tenants, you were saying March 2025 or April 2025?
March 2025, and then I'm going to list it in April.
Okay. So as for the agent's commission, basically they're charging you a flat fee, right?
Yeah, so I'll take care of my seller's commission, and I don't have a problem paying 3% for your realtor, or you can deduct that 3% from the purchase price if you don't have a realtor.
Okay. Makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, because I would end up paying that either way.
Right. Okay, so definitely I have a better understanding of everything you're saying right now, so I can send you a better offer with better terms. And again, my partner will be there in the 22nd, so we can also go further at that point. So, but I'll definitely send you something in writing, so you can take a look at it, and we can go from there.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, thank you so much, Ollie, for receiving my call, especially this late. But I was just working on that when you sent me over the terms. And
Yeah, no, that's fine.
okay, thank you so much. Have a great night, great evening.
All right, you too, and I'll look to see what you end up sending.
Okay, thank you. Bye bye.
All right.
Good.
Okay, there we go.
You did great.
Thank you.
You
Could have
did
done
great.
better, but
Great
yeah.
job.
Let's see. The part that just keeps sticking in my head. She's like, "Well, you're not gonna get 0%. Money costs money."
Mm-hmm.
She's like, "Dang." He's like, "Yep, that's true." Yeah, dude. It's interesting. Like the interesting thing is she's the investor, right? So it's like, okay, now it's not a third party. Like I'm talking to the seller, right? So the cool thing was like she said, hey, if you don't have an agent, just take the 3% off your down payment,
Mm-hmm.
or off your purchase price. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Because she gave you a little bit of rope there. But Jojo, what'd you think? How'd you do?
It was good. It was very. He was calm, relaxed, confident, knew what to say and how to answer.
Yeah.
And she enjoyed the conversation. Actually, I think she had a good time, just getting more comfortable with him. And Victoria took the advice from Myron. He was looking for the most important thing of her on this deal. Obviously, I thought it was like a time, right? A balloon time, but actually we found out it was actually the down payment. Do you know why she needed so much down payment to say something, or
Didn't ask. I was
she's
feeling
16?
like I didn't have the permission right now, maybe, to ask a set. It was too soon. I was feeling like I would have messing up all the conversation if I
Got it.
could ask them directly. I wanted to ask her why do you need the money, but I could feel it that if I would ask her at that moment, I wouldn't gather all the information that I need at that time. If that makes sense,
Yes.
Sure.
you know.
Well thought. What do you think, Agita? You actually basically joined us today, this morning, and then
Yes.
all the way to this live YouTube streaming. What's happening?
I know it's like I told you, maybe it's just God works in mysterious ways. Sent all of you my way when I was so low, feeling so down, and I cannot believe. I think it was meant to happen. I had such a bad headache. I couldn't say that to you because you were willing to help me today, and I couldn't say I want to back out because my head is like spinning. But I kept on smiling, and I was like, I have to learn. I have to, Gita. Nobody's going to do this for you. I have to hang in here and learn it from the people that know how to. That's what happened. I was feeling so dizzy after the call, and I was about to pass out. I don't know how I cooked my dinner.
I had no idea you had bad headache this morning.
Yeah,
You never-
I had taken 3 Tylenol, and I was sitting in the Zoom with you for so many hours today. Yeah,
Wow,
yeah.
it's getting paying off.
But it's worth it. Now I look back and I'm like, it was worth the pain that I went through and the hunger pain that I went through. Like 3 o'clock, there was another Zoom call, and I said, "Oh, I can't eat," but that's okay. So
Super glad to have you all.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
thank you, Myron.
Yeah, thank you, Myron.
Thank you, Byron.
This-
Have y'all done a YouTube live before?
I haven't. My daughter does podcasting, so I'm kind of used to the camera.
Oh, okay, cool. So yeah, we've had somewhere around 6 people watching, six to 8, somewhere in that range, watching the whole time. I don't know who they are. They're not saying hi. They're not saying what's up to us. Don't know what that deal is. Only Ronald. Ronald gave us a what's up. Here we go. Got Mario. Or Marlo, sorry. Cool. Vittorio, thank you for making that call.
Thanks.
Like I can see the progression for you. Are you reading that? What are you studying right now for closing? Or what are you studying right now for negotiating? Do you have it reading books, watching videos? What are you doing?
So I've been reading Never Split the Difference
Yeah.
as for book, and as for videos, I've been watching people closing subject to owner financing.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, actually, I wouldn't. I don't know if I should call them closing, but I'm looking at people, in calls with agent and seller at the same time. Yeah.
Got it. Did you watch Pace's video where we made calls for a couple hours?
The one that the 3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched it, but then I cannot freestyle like Pace in English. I have something to lead on to, as far at least the property has to be an anchor to speak on it. I cannot freestyle. One, I'm not from the state. I do not know anything. When she was talking about the history of New Mexico, my head went blank because didn't make sense to me. So I was listening to her, but I wasn't really understanding much. So
Yeah. It's okay.
So yeah, I definitely cannot freestyle like Pace. And yeah. So yeah, Pace, it's another level. But I saw the 3 hours live.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't.
Maybe we could do this more often. Just get on here and just make a couple calls once in a while
Yeah.
together.
I would love to. Yes.
Cool. Yeah.
So what you want to do? You want to underwrite? Try to.
Yeah. I'll look at that. I'm looking at the email right now. Jojo, I sent you the offer for Agita's property.
Okay.
If you don't mind, I forward that to her.
Well done.
And then Vittorio, I'll look at this Albuquerque deal. I'm not. She sounds like she's really tough to deal with, but I'll do what I can. But like I said at the beginning, I'm pretty tough to deal with too. So if it doesn't make sense, then it just won't make sense. You know what I mean?
Right.
Well, he's having a great experience.
For sure.
Yeah.
Myron, will you be having an LOI Blaster webinar in the future? Great job, Vittorio. Confidence was on 100%.
Yes.
So it definitely his confidence was. He did a great job.
Yes, he did.
LOI Blaster webinar. I'm not too sure. I don't know if we're going to do that. Thank you for asking, though. Cool. Y'all, I got to get my kids to bed. So thank you for...
Thank you. Thank you, all of you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
All
Yeah,
right.
you got it. Let's do this again, maybe next week or once a week or something like that. That'd be really fun.
Okay. I'll find some good deals, Myron.
There you go. And
Okay.
hey,
I love it. Thanks, y'all.
thank you,
Thank
Myron.
you. Thank
Bye,
you.
everyone. Bye.
Appreciate it. Thank you.